We have fabulous Molly Lowe here today, and I can't wait to give you the scoop on her. But let's go ahead and start with our little intro. We are Women Talk Fears. We are three women, three stages of life, motherhood, and listen, see, every week. We can't do this without me somehow getting tongue-tied.
All
So,
right, Tammy, come
Super
on.
real,
one
super
more
real.
time. We are Women Talk Fears. Three women, three stages of life, motherhood and business, a roller coaster of laugh, lessons, and loud opinions that just might turn into a true crime podcast. And it looks like everybody's good today. Well, I don't think we're going to have any takers
So,
on that.
I think we're all right today.
All good. Well, today we have the fabulous Molly Lowe. Molly Lowe is a LinkedIn business coach and social selling strategist. Wow, we got all that out. We adore Molly. Talk about a ball of fire, a ball of fun. We cannot get enough of Miss Molly, so we are bringing her to you. Kira and Nikki, are you ready to go?
I'm
Let's
ready.
go.
Molly's one of my favorite people. I've
I
been
know,
waiting for
we
this.
love
I'm so
Molly.
excited.
Excited she's here. So, Molly, we got to start out. It is Women Talk Fear, so we're going to start out with a couple fun questions. So, what's the most non-corporate LinkedIn thing about you that people would never guess from your profile?
Mm. So, I don't know if you've never guessed this, but I think I may have shared. I don't know, but I'm going to share it again. The movie Miss Congeniality. You know how they're like, it's not a beauty pageant; it's a scholarship program. I
Mhm.
actually participated in the program that inspired Miss Congeniality my
Get
junior year
out
in
of
high
here.
school. Yeah, I won the
Cool.
evening gown session because I was the
No
only one
way!
who could walk in heels the right way, I
Good
guess.
for you. I did not know that.
See?
I was about to say it has to be something about shoe, like the shoes. It's got to be.
Yes, the red
Molly's a shoe
shoes.
queen.
Yeah, let me say, I know how to strut my stuff in a pair of heels on stage. Like that's like, I mean, my first picture that my parents took of me and my that I took my first step was in little itty bitty heels and my mom put me in. So I'm not actually like surprised about it, but
You just
I'm like,
embrace it. You
okay,
embrace
yeah.
it.
She embraces
Yeah.
it.
The program is called Junior Miss and I
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
scholarship money from it. I got scholarship like
Yes.
you win when you win each section of the pageant. They did call it the Junior Miss pageant. But every like there was talent, there was the interview, there was the evening gown. Those are the three primary sections and then you also got scholarship for perfect attendance for showing up for like all the rehearsals and all the things and then you got additional money if you won top three, right? So like yeah,
Gosh.
I that was how my
Wow.
parents let me do it, was because I told them I'm like I got scholarship money.
Scholarship money.
And this was
Yeah,
high school, right?
this is junior year, junior
Junior
year. Yeah,
high
Wow.
only
school.
Yeah.
juniors.
So
Yeah,
I
we're
so
gonna
only
have
wish I
to
had
juniors.
bring
known this
some.
last year.
We're gonna have to bring some pictures. We're gonna have
Oh
to see some
yeah.
pictures.
Oh my gosh,
Yes.
it was a wonderful experience.
Yeah, I bet.
And especially, I mean, I think about when I was, okay, so that would have made 16, right? 15, 16. Like that's that part of your life that you are just insecure
Oh, yeah,
about
Yes.
your
absolutely.
You need that
body and
confidence. Yeah.
yeah, right? And so here you are, like I must, and I've got two left feet, girls. Like I can tweak real well with my butt, right? Like I'm like I have an inner Cardi B all day, every day. But to do choreographed dances, it takes me a little bit to understand how to do it.
Yeah.
And that was probably the scariest part of the whole thing was like, don't mess up, like don't trip over your own feet, when you're doing it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
at the end, oh my gosh, it boosted my confidence.
Oh,
Is what
100%.
exactly what I needed as a junior in high
I
school,
love that.
trying to just figure out life and who I am and who I'm becoming. And here I am just walking the
Right.
stage and
Good
yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
What's
so
interesting now, it's so funny that you say that is because I would think you would feel insecure with all those other women. So how great that it was empowering. How
Very.
I
great
think
that you came
pageant
out
culture
with that.
is, for the
Yes.
most part, I think pageant culture is actually inspiring. I think that they encourage one another. It's when it comes down to win or lose, right? That it gets a little bit catty, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And it was one of those things where you can tell that I think especially with my group, it wasn't based off of like swimwear, and like like we're all love we had one of the dances that we had to learn in midway through the program was in fitness gear. So they gave us a t-shirt
Yeah.
and we had like leggings or like biker shorts on. So we were doing like an aerobic,
You don't need
routine on
pictures.
there,
I don't need pictures.
right? Girl, I can do you better. We have a video of me.
Oh, yes. We must post that
Yes.
on LinkedIn, Miss Molly.
I have to find it. My parents have it. They have it in my little like treasure box that they have with all my memories and my pictures and stuff. And
Oh,
I'll
you
have to
gotta
ask my
find it.
mom. Yeah,
You
for
gotta
sure.
find it. What a fun
Yeah.
Have to.
story. I would
Yeah.
have never, not that I would have never guessed that about you, but I would have just never thought that. That is really,
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, I
How
There really
fun.
is a scholarship program. So let me just say.
love it.
I love
Right.
that.
I
Yeah.
know. You learn
But
something new every day.
Now,
So
but I want to turn that around, Tammy, and ask you the same thing. What would people not know
about me?
about you? Yeah.
Oh, that's a long story. Back to Miss Molly.
we'll have to make that an
You
episode
love the
right there.
diversion?
That's
Do you love it? Do you love it? Great. Okay. Good job. So, Miss Molly, what's a LinkedIn post or a DM or a comment that made you think, well, internet is interneting today?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Which one do I pick?
Ooh.
Um,
What's your favorite?
Ooh.
I will say, okay, the one that sticks out most is the mansplaining. I think is probably the one that, of course, takes the cake. And it wasn't even, it was a post. Literally, I will never forget it. It was a post where I'm like rubbing my eye like this, and I literally took a picture of me rubbing my eye, and I said, you know, a lot of the times you can get an eyelash, you'll see irritation, whatever, whatever. But sometimes you just gotta flush it out with water. And of course, did my LinkedIn thing, and I was just like, sometimes that's how it is with your LinkedIn strategy. It's just an eyelash in the strategy. Like, don't worry about it just because your impressions are low or whatever. And he left one of the nastiest comments. He was like, "This is by far the most like invaluable post. Like, this is so stupid. Like,
I
why
bet it
would
was the
you
same
put this
guy.
on here?"
I
Um,
had one like that too.
oh, interesting. Maybe.
Yeah, I had almost the same thing. I had a post about the keys to the house, how you want to guard the keys to your business, just like you would your home. And he was like, this is terrible marketing.
I don't really understand the purpose of that. Is it that they're trying to get attention?
I don't.
I can't understand that. I know people love to now post because it's easy. They're not upfront. What do they call them? Uh,
Trolls.
trolls or the private
Yeah,
bully because no
yeah.
one can actually see them.
Keyboard warriors.
Yeah,
Mhm.
people.
Yeah.
So that just I don't understand the mythology of that. I don't get it. If somebody is having
either.
their thought, their opinion, what does that have to do with you? I mean,
Like, sorry,
take
you're
it,
having a bad day.
yeah,
Yeah,
pass on it
exactly.
or
That's
move
that's
forward.
exactly what I thought. And I as quick as it took me to read the comment was as quick as I was to block him. And I was
Yeah.
like, F you, goodbye, block, do not
Yep.
need your energy here. Peace, see ya. And like
Yep.
just
Absolutely.
but what's interesting about this, and I'll share this piece of it, is I was having a conversation with a fellow woman in business, entrepreneur, and she said, I just feel like I don't really belong on LinkedIn. And I said that that's the reason why you need to be on LinkedIn. There is, statistically speaking, there's more men on LinkedIn than there are women. So just think about the amount of men perspective and voices that are on that platform, right? And I'm just like, just because they're in numbers doesn't mean that we can't use our voice to help to challenge the status quo or, the way that the culture and the etiquette is on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
It's okay for us to bring empathy
Yeah.
to LinkedIn. It's
Absolutely.
okay for vulnerability. It's okay for
Yeah.
sensitivity and emotion, you know, and imperfection on that platform.
Absolutely. And
Yeah,
what do
we
you
need that.
gain by posting it? What do you gain by saying something negative like that?
Right. Well,
What do
I
you
know
gain?
with yeah, and like with what you're saying, Molly, with the men and women on LinkedIn, I noted that more women, I mean, the majority of my comments, if I get engagement on a post, it's women. And if it is a
Yeah.
man, he really takes a softer approach. And I'm like,
Hmm.
it's okay. You can combat, like you can, I'd rather have a healthy discussion. Like, tell me your opinion. I want
Right.
to hear it. Don't be soft because I'm a woman. And I have noticed that it's the majority of women who comment valuable stuff on my LinkedIn stuff.
Same. Same.
Interesting. Now, see, I will have, and maybe it's just personalities, because when I put stuff on LinkedIn, I wouldn't say I can be controversial, but I'm going to be blunt. I'm going to be direct.
Yeah.
So if I have a man commenting, he gives it back to me, not in a bad way, but he's direct, blunt, and asks questions. It's never an I
Yeah.
don't agree or this or that, or here's a perspective you might want to think about. No
Yeah.
problem. You're
Ah,
giving me your opinion. So I wonder if that has anything to do with it. And that could be
that
my
one.
fault for what I'm posting.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I use the frame of like, you know how we've been taught, if you will, is there are some things that you just don't put in email because it can be misconstrued, right?
Right.
Some things you just need to pick up the phone and you need to call. Some things you need to just walk up to your manager, your team, whoever, and just talk it out because body language goes a far way. Your
Yes.
Hmm.
tonality, your connotation, how you say it's not just what you say, my friends, it's how you say
How
it,
you say it.
right?
Right.
And so I on a good day where I'm like, "Ugh, I don't got time for this," I'll say, yeah, I probably read it wrong. Or I will check myself and say, how am I reading this comment? Am
Mm-hmm.
I reading it, defensively in a way that it wasn't intended to be or not, right? And so that's how I usually navigate most of it. I'm just like, eh, they
Well,
probably could have sent me a voice note, but decided not to, and
Yeah,
whatever, whatever. Okay, moving on, and I'll just go about my day.
well,
that's
you
smart.
are definitely a cherished member of our network. We adore you. We love you. And I'll never forget the comments you made about when you made when you might receive a negative comment. It's your actual base, the people, your community that
Hmm.
will comment. And you don't
Hmm.
even have to most of the time,
A
which I
thousand
think is
percent.
amazing.
1,000%. And that's, it's when I talk about, I mean, people, my clients hire me for strategy,
Mhm.
right? And I say to them, building a community on LinkedIn is your strategy. They come to your defense. You don't got
Yes.
to do it. And then yes, of course, it also builds this trust and camaraderie and unity between you
Right.
as that like, yep, I can be the I can be the leader, showing you, teaching you all the things, but you guys are all
Part
behind
of
me
my,
too.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's
Part of
beautiful.
my world too. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, like I said, we just admire you to death. We love you.
Thank
So,
you.
a lot of women hear LinkedIn and immediately think corporate, polished, boring. And I will say I certainly was one of those, and slightly allergic to personality. So, what do people misunderstand about that with LinkedIn? Like, I
Mhm.
try to really put out my personality for two reasons. One, I don't think I could do it any other way. And two, if you are going to work with me, there's no preface. You get it. It's there. It's black and white. You can't miss it. So that's kind of why I do that with LinkedIn. So, what do people misunderstand about that with LinkedIn?
Yeah, I think, well, for one, I think there's some truth in that. When LinkedIn was created, and it still very much is, if you read any of their, LinkedIn drops a lot of what they call news press, like press room kind of articles. And they
Yeah.
very much, yes, very much encourage us to use this as a air quote professional networking platform. That's still very much their intention, right? But I think where the misconception comes is the word professional is subjective.
Ah,
if you really think about it.
Point.
Yes.
And not to
Point.
go there, but we're going to go there, right? The definition of professionalism, I think, is also tied to corporate America. Corporate America has systemic implications to what that means from from masculinity, patriarchal types of ways that we do business. Again, hence why there's a lot of men on LinkedIn.
Right.
So, like, if you know,
Yeah.
so I think that there's, if you look at it now, again, here's another fun fact. I major in sociology, with an
Ooh.
emphasis on gender and racial inequality, and then I minored in HR. So this
Googly
is
moogly.
where this is all coming from. Okay, y'all, my friends.
The
Basically,
googly
he knows his
moogly has
stuff is what
found.
she's trying to tell you.
So, if you think of it from that, like, I think it's that part of, do you want to join the movement or not? It's like the women's suffrage movement, dare I say, comparing it to having and really just stepping in and saying, okay, well, if I'm going to continue to avoid LinkedIn because of this air quote professionalism and, like, the patriarchal masculine perception and voices on there, then come on, you ladies, like, we ride at dawn. Who's gonna meet me on the right? Let's go. And so, so I think that that's probably the biggest misconception is, there is subjectivity to how we define and fit in the box of what we define
Yeah.
as professionalism, and that changes by our own experiences, our backgrounds, our experiences, things of that nature. And then, of course, I mean, you can't talk about it without talking about systemic patriarchy and all the things that comes into that. So once you understand that, then you're like, Psh, yeah,
We
But I'm
got it.
telling you,
We
it's
got
that professional, like that stigma that keeps a lot of people off of LinkedIn. I know so many people who are like, it's stuffy, I'm scared to use it. Like, they don't know how to use LinkedIn. Yeah, Nikki. They're
Nikki is
scared to
one.
use LinkedIn. They think they have to post a certain way, that it's stuffy, that you can't be yourself, that you gotta, talk a certain way. And I think that's hard for people.
And I
and
don't do that. And I don't do that.
see, and I think it takes, I think too, Tammy, I think that you have this sense of confidence and authenticity in your voice, right? And I think that ties into that courage to just say what you want to say, how you want to say it, to who wants to listen to you on LinkedIn,
Yeah.
right? Now, Kiara, to your point though, I think there is a difference. So one of my business partners, part of Grace and Lux, that helps me with my done for you services for LinkedIn lead gen, she said this is beautifully. She said, Threads is like people just post whatever comes. It's like a stream of consciousness. Like, if they think it goes on Threads. It's like boop, boop, boop,
That's
boop. Literally, there
Nikki
is
is
no
a
filter.
girl.
Like, people are so crazy. I think some of the things I see on Threads, I'm like, you woke up today thinking that's okay to put that on the internet? Like, did you
Oh my
really
gosh.
think that was okay?
Right?
Seriously. So the sales coach, I really wanted to work with her, you guys. I really, really wanted to work with her. And I even had her on my original podcast. We had a great conversation, but then I get on Threads and she's like, I'm so high. And she's like talking all about how she loves to get high while she's working. And I'm like, okay, so I won't work with you now, but I appreciate your game, girl. Like, go ahead. Like,
You got
Yes.
some energy, that's for sure.
Yeah.
like,
And
they
again,
post
like,
everything.
some of the things, like, I really feel like people on Threads, if they think it goes in Threads. If they think it just, there is no. Whereas on LinkedIn, I want you to think the thing that you're thinking, but I want for you to think of it from a perspective of, okay, what's the intention of me posting said thing,
Yeah.
right? And
100%.
so there is intentionality in that, right? Of like, yeah, I could post a picture of my daughter all day and not put anything on there. I could.
Right.
But on LinkedIn, that's not the etiquette. What people want is I always say this over and over again. LinkedIn is the one platform, ladies, that we all can agree we're on it because we want something.
Yes.
Oh, Oh, this is very true.
right? We don't go
Yeah.
on LinkedIn to doom scroll. We don't do that. You know, very rarely would everyone say that we go on LinkedIn for entertainment.
Yeah, no.
Are you
Mm-mm.
kidding me?
No.
I'm dreading needing to do.
Molly, I don't know if you
Same.
ever looked on my LinkedIn, but I literally created a weekly email
Uh-huh.
called Coach to or Couch and Coach. And this is basically I search LinkedIn for one decent post where I can get something off. And I'm not saying people don't have great thoughts, but they're a lot of the same stuff. It's like everybody jumped on AI today and came out with the same thing.
Yeah, everybody's cookie cutter, right? Because they
Yes.
think LinkedIn, they think that quantity is going to take precedence over quality.
Yeah.
And you know, and I say this to my clients all the time. I would rather you post just twice a week with what I call value depth. Like
Uh-huh.
really thinking about the value and the depth of that value in your post, than you posting 7 days a week of just random crap. That to me ain't it, you know? And on top of that, the algorithm, 360 Brew, the AI one, is a lot smarter now than it used to be last year. And so it's
So
going to
you
be,
think like posting every day is not necessary?
no, it is not necessary.
Uh-huh.
Yes. For me, right? Like I always say this, do as I say, not as I do. Everyone's like, but you post like every day, twice a day
I
sometimes.
do
I'm like,
because I like to.
Yeah, yeah,
exactly.
That's
yeah,
Spot
all.
on, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I do it because one, I know how. Two,
Hmm.
it is, it comes like content creation for me is my creative outlet.
Yes,
My
same thing. I like it.
yeah.
So,
If you resist and you hate it and you're like, oh, but I want to do this for my business, literally twice a week, value depth is
Yep.
all that you really need.
Yeah.
Honestly, honestly. And that's proven with my clients time and time after time of like, wow, Molly, you're right. I stopped posting random things and I'm getting the right people now. I'm like, yeah, because of what you're posting, right? Versus how frequently.
Mm-hmm.
Frequency,
absolutely.
yeah, frequency is never going to, well, I shouldn't say never, because who knows? The algorithm could change its mind tomorrow and we don't know, right? But if I had to pick consistency and value depth over frequency all day, every day.
Now, I
Yeah.
have heard,
Right.
and I do this, that conversation. In other words, your actual feedback and real conversation, besides like it, love it, great, amazing, having a deep conversation on somebody else's post does help you with the algorithm. Is that correct?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. And for all of my people who are listening and you want to use LinkedIn specifically for client attraction, for prospecting, lead gen, whatever term you want to call it, you do want to be intentional about who you're commenting on. Be selective about your time, your energy that you and your resources that you're putting into commenting as well. Because, like for example, I'm going to use a really dramatic example, right? As a LinkedIn business coach, top 1% social seller, if I go and I start commenting on someone's Bitcoin or cryptocurrency post, like
Yeah.
that, how is that going to serve me anyway,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's sending the wrong signal to the algorithm that the algorithm's gonna be like, since when do you like crypto? Like since when are we starting to talk about Bitcoin? Like where did you get your interest in Bitcoin,
Molly
right?
has a new interest.
Exactly. Like, huh? You know, and 360 Brew, because it's AI based, it's trying to learn our behaviors.
Mhm.
So it also reads the posts and the comments you're putting in, and it's starting to make some type of logical sense to what should I be showing Molly on her news feed now? Do I start flipping and sharing Bitcoin and cryptocurrency on her feed? Question mark, right? So
Yeah.
you want to be, so yes, the answer is conversations are great and fantastic. And
Be
be
respond.
intentional about the topics in which you
Mhm.
are commenting, in which you are engaging, because every single thing that you do on LinkedIn sends a signal to the algorithm.
Interesting. Very good to know.
It is
I
good to
didn't
know.
I didn't
It is
really
long.
think it was that in depth, but okay.
Now you know.
I'm gonna watch out every post I post.
Can I actually throw in an added bonus for our listeners?
Yeah, of course.
I
Absolutely.
literally just saw this yesterday. Okay. So, you know how, and I'll be the first one to raise my hand. Okay. So, you know how LinkedIn encourages all of us to be verified, right? To have a verified profile. Does any of you guys have a verified profile? Okay. Tammy does. Okay.
I think I do.
Okay. I was on the
I
fence.
might. Let's pick. I don't know.
Yep.
We'll
I
find
was on
out.
yep. I
Do
was on the fence.
license and that kind of stuff.
Correct.
Yeah.
I tried being verified not
Oh,
once, not twice,
thank
3
you.
times within the last like 8 years that I've been using LinkedIn for my business. And it was real clunky. It wasn't very user friendly. It was complicated, right? Until yesterday, I came across an article that said, oh, LinkedIn's thinking about potentially adding a new filter feature where you can filter off of content by verified accounts only.
Yeah.
And I think a big part of this is
I'm gonna go
because of
check and make sure.
the AI overtake, right? Take over on LinkedIn, the amount of bots and spams and stuff like that. And instantly I'm like, okay, all right, okay. This is the nudge, this is the push, this is the shove. Really, not a
glad
nudge,
you
it's a
do.
shove that I needed to try this again. I tried it literally
It worked.
yesterday.
Oh, it worked. You're
It was
verified.
super easy.
Oh.
Okay, they fixed the process. Thank goodness.
Yep,
So
I'm verified.
yep. So it took me less than 5 minutes to
See,
get
I didn't have
verified.
a problem the first time, so
Oh
maybe
my
that was
gosh,
just
I
good
had
luck. Maybe that was just dumb luck,
yeah,
actually.
that's great. So for those of you who are real humans,
You'll have no problem.
yeah. This is the shove that I needed, and I wanted to make sure that everybody, if they do roll this out as a feature, of course, this is going to impact your visibility on LinkedIn. And
Ooh,
I don't know about you, but I'm not putting posts out on LinkedIn just for myself to see. Okay.
Absolutely. No, I love it. Thank you so
Right.
much for sharing
that's
that.
a good.
Welcome.
We could just have her here for hours. Anyways,
Yes, we
let
could.
me continue. Now, Molly, how can women show up on LinkedIn without sounding like they swallowed a business textbook? Because that is just enough to make me jump off the ledge.
So,
Uh-huh.
a lot of it, I think a lot of it too, especially if you're like me and you're a verbal processor, or you find that you are somebody who is more of a speaker than a writer, right? A
Mhm.
lot of it is just simply two things. Number one, I literally shared this tip to my client yesterday in a business critique. I said, just take your phone and when you are in a networking call or a coaching call or whatever you're doing, just do a B-roll of you having the conversation
Oh, what a great
with your, yeah.
idea.
Now, obviously, we want to keep confidentiality, right? So you want to protect that. Some of your clients aren't going to care. They're gonna be like, yeah, tell them that we work together. I don't care, right? But what a wonderful way to capture you real time in your expertise supporting your
Yes.
clients.
Mm.
Okay, like the easiest thing, just prop up your phone and do a B-roll. Let the phone just continue, just record. And then you can snip it based off of the little clips that
Yeah.
if you dropped a really good gem and you're like, oh, that was good. I do that all the time. I'm like, oh, I gotta write that down. Where'd that come from? Right? Wonderful way to
Ooh,
just
I love
capture that
that.
authenticity.
That's
So,
good.
Yeah.
Isn't
yeah.
everybody glad I asked that question now?
Yes.
So we have one more question for you, Molly. What would you say to the woman who is watering herself down online because she's afraid of what people will think?
Well, this one's a good one for Molly.
Dum 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 dum.
I took a big sigh because I tend to be I can be real spicy sometimes about it and let me say this, okay? It's very similar to what I say to my community. Stop posting inspirational, motivational quotes on LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
It's one of those things where you have to stand for something, right? And sometimes your person needs to hear it the way that you say it, right? So even if it's just about, you know, positivity, or Kira, to your post about lack mindset and like nobody's buying right now, right? Like,
Right.
That's right.
what's your take on that? What can you say in a way that's going to help your clients? And I get it that there's this like hesitation of fear of being judged,
There
right?
is.
Hmm?
Yeah, there
I
is.
don't
There
get
is
it.
like this hesitation. So I've tried to be intentionally better about, you know what, these are my opinions and it's fine. I'm gonna put it out there. And so I've been trying to get consistent again on LinkedIn
Mhm.
with that mind of who cares what they think? Who
That's what I'm
cares?
saying. You're never going to please everybody, and I don't know why we're trying to please anybody. Just be yourself, and I think,
Right.
Brad, I think the clients that you want to work with, I'm not
They'll
going to say they're
come.
going to
It's
come
you're
running,
gonna
but at
call
least they're
in those
going to
people.
gravitate that type of
Hmm.
interest. At least
Yeah.
that's my opinion, in my thought. What do you think, Molly?
I think it's more
She's
exhausting.
wrong.
Yeah, I think it's more exhausting to
Filter.
check yourself all the time than just
It
sometimes say what you
is.
need to say. Say it how
Yeah.
you need to
That's
say
why
it, because
I finally was like, you guys, this is bullshit.
And
People
try to
are
keep
buying.
up with
Stop it.
who you're
They're
making
buying.
Yes.
happy. Exactly. Try to keep up with
Yeah.
everybody making happy. It's just, there's no
yeah,
point.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
don't have the energy for that. I just don't.
Absolutely. And that's one thing I love about Molly is she's outspoken, she's
Oh,
brave, she's courageous, and I highly gravitate toward people like Molly. So that's why I adore and would work
love
with
it.
Molly because she's exactly what I would want. So
and you know, and from a sales perspective, y'all,
Me too.
sometimes people buy your confidence first before
Yeah.
they buy the services.
And I have
1000%.
learned that so much lately.
1000%.
Hmm.
I'm like,
Molly,
you
you are
know,
fabulous. We
doing
love you and
LinkedIn.
we can't thank you. I know I keep repeating that, but thank you so much for taking your time. And those tidbits are gold. And if you are
Yeah.
interested in working with Miss Molly, I'm sure we will have her information in there, Nikki. And Miss Molly, where can they find us? Or
Of
where
course, LinkedIn. Hello. Yeah.
The obvious.
Good
You
answer.
definitely you definitely want to follow Molly. That's how I found Molly was LinkedIn, and she hosts all kinds of wonderful workshops and free, paid, all the things.
Hmm.
But it
She's
is
brilliant.
Molly Lowe, and we'll have that in the information in the podcast. So be sure to jump on that.
Yeah.
Is that
I'll
your
have everything
is that your
for
main
Molly will
platform?
be in the show notes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. What I'm curious, what other platform do you like? Because I'm not a big Instagram girl. Everybody keeps trying to pull me in, everybody being these two. So what other ones, what other platforms do you like out of curiosity?
So actually, as much as I think Threads is just a stream of consciousness for a lot of people, right? The only other two that I'm on is TikTok and Threads. But I use TikTok really more for just editing my videos, and then I just posted it. And if I get views, I get views. If I don't, it's fine.
Gotcha. Okay.
But Threads is intentional. I don't post as much as I
Yeah.
comment. When you comment, my strategy on LinkedIn, or I'm sorry, on Threads, is comment
Hmm.
and then cross reference and lead gen on Threads onto LinkedIn. So if I
Yep.
see a lot of my ideal clients, career coaches, leadership coaches, executive coaches, resume writers, HR consultants, will post on Threads a lot,
Mhm.
right? It's
Hmm.
a great way to find them. And then I'll cross reference on LinkedIn and see if they're active on there. If they are, I'm not doing much on Threads. I'm just sending them a, hey, I came across your Threads. Let's
Oh,
connect on
love
LinkedIn.
that.
And then
So
I grow that way.
love
Nice.
it, love it, love
I
it.
love
Well, thank
it
you for
too.
that. So thank you for coming again.
Yeah.
You're
And we
welcome.
will make sure you can find her. As a reminder, we are Women Talk Fierce. We are, can we do this without tongue twisting it again? Let's go
Come
ahead
on,
and try.
Tammy.
We are three women, three stages of life, motherhood and business, a roller coaster of laugh, lessons, and loud opinions. And today, there is no true crime podcast. We are all fabulous because Molly was here with us. So
Yes.
thank you again. Nikki, you want to tell them where they can find us?
Yeah, you can find us on all socials. You can find us on really any podcast platform, whichever is your preference. And Kara, you can tell them where they can find our network group because it's awesome. It has
Yeah,
people like
it is.
Molly in
It
it.
is awesome. www.womentalkfierce.com, and you can email us at womentalkfierce at
Yes.
gmail. if you have any troubles, and we will get right back to you. We are also accepting podcast guests. And we'll
Absolutely.
put that link into the show notes. And I also want to say thank you so much, Molly, because I'm already on my LinkedIn, just going through and going,
I
okay.
know. I know. Molly gives me this like confidence boost. I just gotta do it. I just
Yeah.
have to do it.
Yes, she does that for everybody. So thanks
Mhm.
Yeah.
again, Molly. And that is Women Talk Fierce, and we are signing off. See you later.